Good afternoon. My name is Peter John Lawrence. I'm in Ottawa, Canada, and I thought I'd just present a very short PowerPoint with regard to the 4 conditions of learning, or the 4 stages of learning. They're called the Conscious Competence Theory. It was developed by a psychologist by the name of Abraham Maslow in 1940. There are several new authors who think they've invented it, but in actual fact it was 1940. I'm going to go through the next few slides and explain that conscious competence theory to you. Hold on. So here's our first slide with regard to the 4 stages. We're going to go through each one of these separately, and the first, second, third, and fourth, as you can see there ahead. This was an animated slide, and those little bears on the right were walking, and it was an indication of a lot of energy being expended. But I'm going to go through these, and then we can summarize what each of these means as we get to each separate slide. So in summary, the unconscious competence is the individual neither understands nor knows how to do something, nor recognizes the deficit, nor has a desire to address any such deficit. The second, the unconscious, or rather the conscious incompetence, they suddenly realize that they know they don't know it and don't understand how to do something, so he or she recognizes the deficit but still haven't addressed it. The third is conscious competence. The individual understands or knows how to do something. However, demonstrating the skill or knowledge requires a great deal of conscious concentration, so they're conscious of it. And of course, the fourth stage is the individual has so much practice with a skill that it becomes second nature and they can be performed easily, often without concentrating too deeply. This is like talking, languages, driving a car. Okay, so our next slide is to do with the first stage, unconscious incompetence. You do not know that you do not know. Your hair is on fire, and this is where you do what is needed in order to build your business. You ignore the pitfalls and any difficulties and just do it. It's like getting enthused about a new hobby, a new sport, a new involvement of any kind. And you just don't have any way to hit it but with your hair on fire. Okay, so the next stage is conscious incompetence. You know that you do not know. And how you realize in your mind that you are not ready, although you've been running around with your hair on fire, and that you are really ready to slow down. Now, this is a fatal stage. This is where the tendency to quit appears. This is where people feel like they're overwhelmed. And this is where, oh, it's not working. You know the story. I'm not explaining anything to you, but this is the second stage. This is the conscious incompetence. You now know you don't know. Now you're starting to get better. You now know what you're doing and you're continuing to do it. You have to think about it as you do it, but you're conscious of it. And this is where you get more practice and thus become more competent. Okay, so you're competent, you understand it, you get more practice to the point where you know it so well that you don't have to think about it, like driving the car. Your motor actions and subconscious takes over. Speaking a language is no longer a struggle. As I've said before, driving a car, doing anything mechanical, you get some muscle memory, as it were, and mental memory, and it's an unconscious motor activity. So those are the first 4 stages, and so where are you in the analysis? The need is there for you to realize the process and to deal with it at every stage, all 4 stages. The question is, do you understand these 4 stages? I wish this was animated, it's so much better. But yes, of course you understand it. I'm going to conclude in the next stage with the first 4 here. Okay, so since you've said yes, that you do understand the 4 stages, then you're ready to process the you through the 4 stages to the point of the massive success that you're capable of. I did mention that there might be another stage. There is possibly a 5th stage, and that's really not well defined, but it's the conscious competence of unconscious competence. This would really be described as a person's ability to recognize and develop unconscious competence in others. So it's a teaching position, but we're not covering that here. So I just thought I'd mention it. So thank you for participating in this short presentation. I'd suggest you consider go back and have a look at it. Go look up the 4 stages in Google, go study it and read it and see how you can progress through it for yourself. And remember, the guy that put this together is Abraham Maslow, M-A-S-L-O-W, in 1940. Okay, thanks very much. Hope you're having a good time wherever you are, and I'll look forward to being in touch with you again. This is Peter Lawrence. My email is peterjohnlawrence@rogers.com, ROGERS. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.